Good day, everyone. Today's 10 interesting facts is on the USS Voyager from Star Trek Voyager. I liked the series when it came out, and I still do today. So, let's get into this video. Number 1. The USS Voyager, NCC 74656, was constructed at the Utopia Planitia Fleet Yards, orbiting Mars. It was launched from Earth Station McKinley on stardate 48038.5 in 2371. Number 2. Voyager was one of the earliest Intrepid-class starships constructed, and it featured a number of technological innovations that had become available in the 2370s. Bioneural circuitry, variable geometry warp nacelles, an emergency medical holographic program were only a few of Voyager's notable technical advancements. The vessel was also the first to test the Class 9 warp drive in deep space. Number 3. With 15 decks, a length of 343 meters, a crew complement capacity of approximately 160, and weighing in at 700,000 metric tons, Voyager was only about half the size of the Galaxy-class starships introduced in the 2350s. However, what the Intrepid-class starship lacked in physical size, she made up with in technological advancements. Voyager boasted some of the most advanced sensor equipment in the Federation fleet, and was capable of reaching a sustainable cruise velocity of warp factor 9.975. She was further equipped with bioneural circuitry that contained gel packs with bioneural cells that organized information more efficiently and sped up response time. Its computer processor was capable of access to 47 million data channels at once, transluminal processing at 575 trillion calculations per nanosecond, and operational temperature margins from 10 Kelvin to 1790 Kelvin. The ship had 256 rooms plus the holodeck. Number 4. Like many Federation starships of its time, Voyager was armed with phasers and Type 6 photon torpedoes, and protected by a deflector shield system. The vessel's torpedo launchers were compatible with quantum torpedoes as well, with some modifications. Additionally, Voyager carried spatial charges and tri-cobalt devices, the latter of which was not normally carried on Starfleet vessels at the time. Number 5. After leaving Deep Space Nine and entering the Badlands, Voyager was swept 70,000 light-years into the Delta Quadrant, where it discovered Chakotay's missing Maquis vessel, the Valjean, which had experienced a similar fate on stardate 48307.5. Voyager had been declared officially lost by 2373. Number 6. Voyager had earned a reputation in the 29th century for being involved in a number of temporal incidences. One Starfleet officer of the era made note of how often the vessel showed up on the USS Relativity temporal sensors. The vessel's captain was even driven to madness due to Voyager's incursions. Number 7. In 2373, Voyager was attacked by a 29th century Federation vessel under the command of Captain Braxton. The ensuing battle led Voyager and the time ship to be pulled into the 20th century, with Voyager arriving in orbit of Earth in 1996, and Braxton arriving approximately 30 years earlier. During this time, Voyager's EMH acquired the mobile emitter that allowed him to exist outside of just sickbay, and the holodeck, which was equipped with holo emitters. Another version of Braxton detected Voyager in 1996 and returned him to the 24th century Delta Quadrant. Number 8. Thanks to Barclay's efforts, contact with Voyager was re-established in late 2376, and regular contact was maintained for the duration of the vessel's journey. Milestones included the ability to send monthly transmissions and eventually establish two-way live visual communication at a distance of 30,000 light-years, even if only it was 11 minutes a day. Number 9. In 2374, following the conclusion of the war between Borg and species 8472, Kes began to experience after effects following her communications with the aliens. She began evolving towards a higher state of being, but the process proved to be dangerous to Voyager, so she decided to leave to protect the ship. As her final gift to the Voyager crew, Kes propelled the ship over 9,500 light years closer to Earth, eliminating 10 years off the crew's journey. Later, in 2374, 7 of 9 installed the new astrometrics lab in Voyager. Because of the Borg's more advanced technology and detailed knowledge of the Delta Quadrant, 7 plotted a faster course back to Earth. She commented that the new course would trim 5 years off their journey. In early 2375, Voyager entered an unknown area of space known as the Void. The region contained no star systems and high levels of theta radiation did not allow light from any stars beyond the area to be seen from within. A spatial vortex leading to the other side of this region cut 2 years and 2,500 light years off Voyager's journey. Captain Janeway estimated that avoiding conflicts with the Borg added 2 years onto the crew's journey. However, in mid-2375, the crew stole a transwarp core from a Borg sphere that allowed Voyager to travel 20,000 light years, which cut 15 years off of Voyager's trip home. In 2376, Voyager used a catapult constructed by an alien known as Tash to cut 3 years off their journey home. And in 2378, with the help of Admiral Janeway, the Voyager crew used a Borg transwarp hub to get back to Earth. Number 10. Shortly before the vessel's return to the Alpha Quadrant in 2378, Voyager was upgraded with ablative generators and transphasic torpedoes, both of which were brought back in time by a future version of Catherine Janeway from the year 2404. These new systems drastically increased Voyager's combat capabilities against the Borg. Borg weapons had a difficult time penetrating the hull armor, and entire Borg cubes were destroyed with only 1 or 2 transphasic torpedoes each. I hope you liked the video today. Feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel to get more videos as they come out. Have an awesome day.